Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Merry Christmas, everybody. We are called as disciples of Christ to go tell it on the mountains. This crazy world that we live in needs to hear our Catholic voice on these days. And that Catholic voice is the Word made flesh, Jesus Christ, born on this day. And so we as Catholics rejoice always in the Lord. You know, sometimes as I reflect on this season, I think about that line in Scripture from the Mass at dawn on Christmas morning that says, Mary pondered all these things in her heart. And I just wonder in our own lives if we're pondering what the true meaning of this season is. You know, we just went through the Advent season, and the Advent season was a time for us to reflect on our lives. It was a time for us to call to mind all those things that we got right in the year that passed us by and start looking forward in hope to the year that's about to unfold. But sometimes we as Catholics, as Christians, especially people in this crazy world that we live in, we get it backwards. It's kind of like people who, drive on the parkway and park in the driveway. We kind of get it mixed up. We're supposed to use the Advent season to reflect. But I know because of the season, we get so caught up in packages and cards and menus and flights and driving and all those, making all those plans, that when we get to Christmas, we get so exhausted that it's a time for us to rest when we're supposed to go out to the world to tell the good news that Jesus Christ is born. And so this Christmas season, my prayer for all of us is that we'll take some time to ponder what the meaning of these days are in our hearts as we enter into this Christmas season. Now, you know, I know for the world that we live in, Christmas is one day, December 25th. But for us as Catholics, we have 8 days, what we call the 8 days, the octave of Christmas, in order to celebrate the joy which cannot be contained in one day, to celebrate that Christmas day for 8 days in a row. Then we celebrate the Holy Family, we'll celebrate the Epiphany, and eventually we'll get to the presentation of the Lord in the temple. But we as Christians, we have this holy Christmas season. So let's not let this Christmas season pass us by. Let us take some time to reflect and ponder in our hearts what has happened in our lives because of our baptisms, because of the grace of this child who has come into our lives, and then put together an action plan so that we can go out and tell it on the mountains, that we can go out and sing that Jesus Christ is born. Today, we as Christians have to speak. We need to speak our minds, we need to speak our hearts, we need to speak our faith, because Jesus Christ is born. And so my prayer for all of us is that we do that. We reflect, we rest from the labors to get us to this day and to this season, but then we make a plan to go forward, because we are called to sing the praises of God. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Merry Christmas, everybody.